And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Monster Factory. This is from Rio Grande Games, and it's a game designed by Donald X. Vaccarino and Nina Paley. Now, Miss Paley is the person who designed the tiles themselves. She's the artist. And Donald Vaccarino is known for Dominion. But make no mistake, there's no Dominion in here. Even though Donald Vaccarino made Dominion, the rest of his designs have been kind of spotty. Some are good and some are really horrific, actually. So I was wondering about this game, especially since this game came out a few years ago. I hadn't heard about it, but it looked like a fun game for kids, right? A game where you can put tiles together. Let's see if it is. Each player picks a tile. You can pick any tile you want to start with, and these tiles have different sides on them. They're going to either have a purple side, which fills the whole side, a green one, which is a thin one in the middle, or a white side to it. So each player is going to pick them, and then there are stacks of other tiles that players will be pulling from. On your turn, you simply pull a tile, and you can connect it to either yours, or you can connect it to one of your opponents. Now when you connect it, it has to match. Obviously, you can't do this or this. You simply have to connect it like this. So next player draws a tile. They have to put it on theirs because there's no spot to put it on mine. Then I draw one. Ooh, I'm going to finish. I'm going to make theirs get finished more quickly. They draw a tile, and now their monster is finished. This is their main monster. They're going to start another monster now, but the next monster is going to be called a minion. So then I pull this. There's nowhere for me to put this, so this gets tossed out. And then I draw this. Also can't be put anywhere. There we go. A big smiley face. Then my opponent draws their starting tile. I draw a new tile. Alright, we're going to make this purple monster gigantic. And we just keep doing this as we make these monsters bigger. Now, after players have finished their monsters, and or when the game is over, you're going to run out of tiles. If you don't finish your main monster, well, that's kind of bad. But if you finish your main monster, you're going to get 1 point per tile. So this monster here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so 18 tiles, 18 points. My opponent has only 4 points with his main one. But let's say he had built another one. If you finish another one, your minions, that's your second monster and so on, then those will give you 1 point for each eye. Okay, so eyes are points on minions only, while on your main monster, every tile is a point. And pretty much, whoever has the most points is the winner of the game. You can also play a game where I just give the kids all the tiles and let them make any picture that they want with these tiles. As you can see, there's all sorts of fun drawings and things on it. So Monster Factory is Carcassonne in a sense when you connect the tiles. I mean, really, the green stuff are the roads, the purple things are the cities, and, you know, the game itself is fun. Now, I'm giving this game, in a sense, an approval because it works really well with kids. I like to put it together, but it almost works better without the rules. Just letting kids make monsters, or just letting them make a monster, draw a tile, add it to something, and giving points. The game as is seems like it was written like, ooh, how can we make this game intriguing? Let's say you can play on someone else's monster and shut their monster down, and your first monster gives you 1 point per tile, but your second monsters give you points per eyes. Kids are like, what? What are you even talking about? And it doesn't fly really well with the kids. You know, it says it's for 5 and up, but a 5-year-old is going to have a difficult time with that concept. I think for them, it's just going to be building the monsters. Now, of course, if you just build the monsters, there's nothing to differentiate this from other monster building games. You're right. There isn't. It's just putting tiles out. So I don't think adults are going to really be into this game at all, right? It's fun to put a monster together and you get some cool looking monster. And kids are going to love that. And the artwork in this game is fantastic. And for that reason alone, if you have kids, they're going to have a great time putting together all sorts of silly, weird, crazy monsters with this. And connecting them and teaching them that. That's excellent. So for kids, definitely approved. For adults, not so much. Again, the rules are wonky. There's some rules that you can't start a new monster, you know, by putting white to white. That's reasonable. But essentially, if I draw a tile and it's like, I can just shut you down or make it impossible that you'll ever finish your monster or whatever. It's almost too lucky and random for that. So let's keep this game with the kids, and they will enjoy it. Again, I might even not even play with the rules half time, just build monsters. But if you do that, kids will have fun with Monster Factory. Dice Tower Judgment, approved!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!